unseren privaten Dienstboten. So, das Ding ist neu. Halstuch, der Hüter der Flamme. Mit diesem Halstuch schwört Sir Wade nicht nur seine, sondern auch die Loyalität aller Hüter der Flamme. Die rote Farbe symbolisiert sowohl die Flammen des Phönix als auch das Blut seiner gefallenen rosarischen Kameraden. Schön. Ja, es sammelt sich langsam hier alles so ein bisschen, ne? Was haben wir eigentlich für ein kleines Bett, ey? Und seine Füße raus, wenn der da drin liegt. Ist zu klein für ihn. So. Ach du Scheiße. Fang mal hier unten an. Der Rast geht's gut. Die Hüter und die Blutbeile verstehen sich soweit ganz gut. Im Moment haben sie genug damit zu tun, die Mauern der Rast zu verstärken, wenn sie nicht gerade unten im Drillingsschiff um ein paar kleinere Probleme kümmern. Ohne dich würden wir aber wahrscheinlich immer noch bis zum Hals in Akasischen stecken. Ich weiß, du hast eine ganze Welt zu retten und so, aber wenn du mal eine kurze Verschnaufspause brauchst, steht dir der Rast immer ein Fass für dich bereit. Das ist schön. Die Flammen lodern. Ihr habt wirklich Talent dafür, immer genau dort aufzutauchen, wo ihr gerade am meisten gebraucht werdet, my Lord. Ohne eure Klinge wäre die Rast nun wohl in der Hand der Akasischen und wir nur einige mehr ihrer namenlosen Opfer. Doch jetzt, wo die Horde ausgedünnt und versprengt ist, können wir Hüter uns auf die Vernichtung der kleineren Gruppen konzentrieren, während die Blutbeile sich um die Verteidigung der Rast kümmern. Was den jungen Oscar angeht, so hoffe ich, dass euch meine plötzliche Bitte, ihn unter eure Fittiche zu nehmen, nicht zu viele Unannehmlichkeiten bereitet. Er ist ein guter Junge, aufmerksam, höflich und fleißig. Ihr seht also, dass ich ihm wirklich nichts weiter beibringen kann. Er sollte seine knappen Zeit bei dem besten Schild in ganz Valisthea verbringen dürfen. Und das seid zweifellos ihr, my Lord. Danke. Wait. Neuestes Notstadt, lieber Clive. Die Stadt dankt dir für deine Hilfe beim Vertreiben dieser blauen Wesen. Aber wir sind nicht dumm genug zu glauben, dass damit alles vorbei ist. Der gute Philipp, oder Philippe sorgt, oder Philipp, ich sag jetzt einfach Philipp, sorgt dafür, dass wir bereit sind, wenn sie wieder auftauchen. Aber ich mache mir oft Sorgen, dass sein neuer Posten als Hauptmann ihm eine schwere Last ist. Doch dasselbe könnte man sicher auch von dir behaupten. Vergiss daher nicht, wenn dir deine Last einmal zu viel wird, musst du sie nicht alleine tragen. Unsere Herzen und Arme stehen dir immer offen. Genau wie die Türen des Schleiers. Deine Isabel, ja, nein, danke. Kein Theater. Ja. Die Stadtwache und die Kaufmannszunft haben ihre Streitigkeiten vorerst beigelegt, sodass wir im Moment in relativer Ruhe das eine oder andere Gläschen Schlangenspucke genießen können. Das haben wir wohl der überragenden schauspielerischen Leistung deiner besseren Hälfte zu verdanken. Und was dich angeht, ganz ehrlich, von einem angehenden Schauspieler zum anderen, du solltest wirklich ein wenig an deiner Technik arbeiten und an deinem Auftreten und an diesen steifen Armen und Beinen, die du da hast und an deiner Mimik und an allem eigentlich. Wir wollen den Namen Underhill ja keine Schande machen, oder? Nur. Wahnsinn. Ich bin ja auch kein Schauspieler. Idiot. Haben wir sonst noch was? Diese Rehe hat noch ein bisschen Stuff für uns, das ist sehr gut. Reiche.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Guck mal, da ist die Sonne. Ich habe die Sonne gefunden. Cool. Hallo Otto. Komm jetzt zu dir.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Der Sinn des Lebens, solange ich denken kann, habe ich mich um mich selbst geschert, habe der Welt den Rücken gekehrt für eine Handvoll Tand und einer vollen Geldbörse. Aber was nützt mir das jetzt noch? Es ist schier unmöglich, sich die Freude im Herzen zu bewahren, wenn in allem anderen keiner mehr wohnt. Es muss sich etwas ändern und wenn ich nicht den Anfang mache, wer dann? Ein einsamer Lieferant. Ah, cool. Danke.
You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
So, Nektar hat nichts mehr für uns, dann Otto.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Ja, stimmt. Die habe ich schon wieder voll vergessen, den Jungen. Upsala. Na gut, wenn er nach Joshua sieht, dann kann ich mal kurz was trinken, ne?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts.
Ja, aber anscheinend weißt du mehr als wir.
18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Ui.
Clive, it's Gav.
Gav?
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
Cool. Okay.
I'll look after him.
Ah. Großer Bruder, kleiner Bruder, endlich vereint. Yeah.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Okay. Ah, gucke mal. Nektar hat auch wieder Arbeit für uns. Ist klar, wir haben also wieder ein bisschen was zu tun hier. Vivian?
What will it be today?
Ja, ja.
Allow me to educate you.
Gut, 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 gut. Wir haben ganz viele Leute gerettet hier mal wieder. Unser Brüderchen ist jetzt bei uns. Das ist was ganz Tolles. Ah, Onkel, Tante und Neffe. Und er ist jetzt unser Knappe. Interessant, interessant.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Gut, wir haben Nebenmissionen. Auf die stürzen wir uns natürlich gleich. Post haben wir auch gekriegt, habe ich gesehen. Fangen wir erstmal hinten bei Harpo im Raum an. Erstmal mit Harpo vielleicht reden.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
Moin.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Nimm mein Wissen. Nimm es.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
So, junge Dame, was ist hier los?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Okay. machen wir? Wir sammeln trotzdem erstmal den anderen Stuff hier ein und natürlich
Seems the
erstmal
hideaways.
zack. Mal anklicken.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Na gut.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say?
Oh ja.
Do you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Ja, bitte nicht. Gut, aber machen wir später. Ich sammle erstmal. Gibt's doch noch ein drittes. Moin, Schlee. Schleedorn. Schlehi. Och Gott.
What am I gonna do?
Ich glaube, beim Anblick dieses Himmels kriegt jeder Gänsehaut. Aber ich werde nicht mit hängendem Kopf da sitzen und Däumchen drehen. Das habe ich in Die Chars ja schon genug gemacht, als du gegen diesen schrecklichen Drachen gekämpft hast und dann gegen diesen noch schrecklicheren. Damit ist Schluss. Von jetzt an werde ich das tun, was ihr alle tut und richtig mit anpacken. Egal, wie sehr mir die Knie schnuttern. Tante und Schledorn sollen doch nicht denken, ich wäre ein großer Jammerlappen. Mach dir um mich keine Sorgen. Mach einfach das, was du am besten kannst und rette die Welt.
Is everything all right, Goose? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Ja, das kriegen wir auch geklärt. So, eins nach dem anderen abfrühstücken. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal ins Atrium.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
Sei ruhig.
What do you reckon we should do?
Oh nein, die haben die Waage kaputt gemacht.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And What is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Gut. Der Balken.
This is called the arm.
Okay.
Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Der kann ja doch mit Kindern. Was ist denn da los?
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Wow.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hares.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are you almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Okay. Was ist jetzt mit dem
Didn't
Zahnrad?
forget anything, did you, Sid?
Ey. Das kommt mir nicht so, ja? Ich hab mir Mühe gegeben. Auch kein Baumeister. Unglaublich, ey. So, dann reden wir erstmal mit ihr.
Did you see that?
Ja, warte mal, wenn wir schon mal hier sind. In die Ehrenrunde gelaufen, ist ja egal. Ah, Karen
Lady
reden.
Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Dann fragt sie doch wenigstens, ob sie eine Idee hat, wer auf diese scheiß Idee kommt, diese Gerüchte zu verbreiten. Geh hin und klär das.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Durch?
I suppose it is.